Hello everyone. Welcome to our webinar on e-learning teacher EFL with technology. We are excited to have you join us tonight as we explore the dynamic intersection of technology and English as a foreign language. The objective of this webinar is to introduce various digital tools and platforms that can be utilized for teaching English as a foreign language by demonstrating how technology can enhance traditional teaching methods and improve student engagement and learning outcomes. It is important providing teachers with the skills needed to effectively use technology in the classroom, including creating and managing digital content in order to encourage collaborations among teachers and students. Now, it's time to meet the speakers. We are thrilled to have three speakers tonight with 12 years of experience in education. Silvana Moreno will be discussing about WebQuest, which is crucial for English teachers and students.
Good evening, everybody. As my classmate, as my partner said, my name is Silvana, and today I'm going to be talking about a technological tool called WebQuest. Uh, Thank you, Vivi. Next, please. Okay, a WebQuest. A WebQuest is a guided online learning activities that teachers can use in order to plan their lessons. Thank you, Vivi. Continue. When a teacher implements a web quest in the classes, this could help to engage students with authentic learning of a language. It also by incorporating some web resources. Next, this web quest was developed by Tom March and Bernie Dodge in the late 90s. Continue. This web quest has some key characteristics, and we have here the most important ones. First of all, we have to define the learning objectives. Then we gotta choose a topic. After that, we gotta develop a task, and finally, we have to design the web quest. Next, Vivi. As I mentioned before, Bernie Dutch was one of the two people in charge of developing the web quest, and he establishes a structure for this. And the structure is the following: introduction, task, process, evaluation, and conclusion. Okay, when we use a web quest, we have some advantages that are going to give us as teachers. The first one is that a web quest can transform learning from memorizing a vocabulary list into an active process in which students could explore the web and they could find the information to complete some task. Also, it could help with authentic learning practice because we can use videos, we can use websites, and we can use a great variety of online resources that could help students develop the reading comprehension and also listening skills. Then we have variety of skills development. A well-designed web quest can help a teacher to develop in the students the four language skills. A student could develop listening, reading, writing, and speaking with only one activity. Finally, we have the differentiation. And the differentiation, we have to take into account the learning styles, so the teacher can include different kind of activities, taking into account that we have different kind of learners in our classes. Next. Here we have an example of a web quest. I developed a web quest using book widgets in which we can use our Google account, and I create a lesson plan to teach the verb to be. Here we have the steps that I mentioned before. We have the cover page, we have the introduction, the task, the process, the assessment, and the conclusion. Next, Bibi, thank you. Here we have the introduction. In the introduction, we could have the contents of the web quest. We could have a brief introduction, and also, as you can see, we could add some videos. Next, the task. In the task, basically, we have to add or to create our objectives. And the process, we could add like charts of grammar, but also we could make students practice by adding some links so they could develop online exercises by using different platforms or resources. Next. Then we have the assessment. In order to assess students in this web quest, I use quizzes. I develop a quiz using this platform, and I evaluate the students' knowledge. Next, please. And finally, in the evaluation, I make some questions, some related to the web quest. What do students think about web quest? And if they do believe that a web quest could help them to develop or it would motivate them to learn a new language, in this case, English. Thank you.
Thank you, Silvana, for your participation. Please, if you have any question, you can write your comments, please. The next speaker is Jennifer Benavides. With 10 years of experience in education, she's going to present Telegram.
Thank you for the presentation. Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a nice evening. And now I'm going to talk about the impact of implemented a virtual learning environment in the EFL classroom. Next, please. First of all, I would like to provide a concept of what is a virtual learning environment, or their initials in English, VLE. A virtual learning environment refers to a digital space where learners and educators conduct online courses. This can be via computers or mobile devices, tablets or phones, or even games consoles. Educators may deliver course materials through video presentations, audio recordings, virtual classes, or other digital means. BLE gives the students access to education no matter where they are. As you can see in the picture, you can, as a teacher, you can teach students using your phone or your computer, and you can be in your house, in the school, in a laboratory. Thank you. Next. How do teachers and students connect to a BLE? Teachers and students connect via social media of their preferences. The teachers of the institution can select any application with instant messaging to work in a BLE. Examples of instant messaging apps: WhatsApp, which is the most popular, Facebook Messenger, Skype, Telegram, WeChat, and others. Next. I'm gonna provide you an example of a BLE through Telegram app. So the first step is install the Telegram app in your computer or in your phone. Next, you are going to create a group. In this case, I create English class 14, and then you add your participants. Teachers can divide the participants as they prefer. For example, if they want to divide them because of the level of proficiency, A1, A2, B1, B2, or because of the class, for example, class A, class B, class C. Next. The second step for teachers is to plan the class to practice the four skills. Remember, you can use video presentations, audio recordings, readings, pictures, digital materials created by yourself. Remember that when you use a VLE, the information is stored in the application. Next, the third step to make more engaging your class while you in the synchronous class, you can make more engaging your classes by checking the students' answers and providing positive feedback. You can use memes, emojis, avatars, and other to motivate the students to join the class. And remember, the students can check all the material you shared by whenever they can connect to the app. Next. Now, I'm going to share with you the benefits of using virtual learning environments in an ESL class. First, the ability to access content and classes remotely at any time and place. So, as teachers, you can connect since your house, since the school, and students have the same advantage. Also, using virtual learning environments facilitated communication through chats, forums, and other channels of content. As teacher, you can apply online assessment with system support. For example, you can apply quizzes, Kahoot, Google Forms, or others. Materials align with the base curriculum of each discipline. You can use your books from your school, your materials from your school. For example, if you work in the public sector, you can use the models of the Ministry of Education. For students, virtual environments must provide virtual classes, live or recorded, support materials, complementary materials, contact channels, and pages for submitting exercise and taking tests. For teachers, use virtual learning environments to share content and support materials, manage the students and activities, create and apply assessments, offer feedback notes, and monitor the development of each student. To end, I would like to recommend you to use virtual learning environments because they are worth applying in order to share information, to share materials. Remember, if you work in the public sector, you don't have access to printable materials. So it is a good way to share information with your students so they can acquire a lot of information in a second language. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer. And finally, we're going to have our host, Viviana Basante, with more than 10 years of experience as an English teacher. Now she works as an English teacher, as I mentioned before, at Guayaquil State Institution. And she's going to talk about TED Ed.
Okay, I'm going to talk about TED. What is TED? TED is a lesson creator platform that allows you to structure an assignment around a video and assess a students' engagement with the material. You can use any YouTube video you find or you create. You can select from the special curate TED original section with features lessons co-created by the educators around the world. This platform consists of the lesson title. As you can see, the lesson title is the name that you put. For example, here, shared moments listening activity. Then the other part of this is the section watch. In this, the students are going to watch a video to develop the next activities that you have here. Next step is think. In this section, the teacher is going to develop some exercises to make students understand better the topic. For example, open-ended questions or short questions. Dig deeper. It refers to additional resources for you to explore. In this case, the teacher made some activities in other platforms and put the link here. Discuss. You can write a question or discuss a topic related to the video. And you can write the comments here in the same platform. You can put other link for other platform. Here in this section, finally, you can write a conclusion of the activity. It is a closing activity where you can write a reflection. Now we are going to talk about the privacy. In order to create a lesson, you must open a TED account, which requires an email address or Facebook account and password. In order for students to save their work, for example, their answers to the questions or their comments, they need to have an account as well. The cost, the tool is completely free. That's a good point of this platform. Finally, the access. The tool can be used on any device and doesn't require separate plugins. Thank you. Okay, we presented 3 topics, and these activities aim to empower educators to effectively manage technology in teaching English, enhancing both teaching and learning experiences. Thank you for attending our event. We hope that you found the webinar to be a valuable learning experience. Goodbye and have a nice evening.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.